Here it is, a 40 by 60 metal building in Texas. I'm super excited to show you guys this project. This one has fiberglass. This is a weld up metal building, and we got a lot of those coming up. Welcome backpack. This is Adbeel from WolfSteel Buildings, and here it is, a 40 by 60 metal building in Texas. I'm super excited to show you guys this project. This one has fiberglass. It's already started working on his conduits with for his electrical. It's just a lot of cool things here, so I'm really excited to show you this building. This is a weld up metal building, and we got a lot of those coming up, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments. That way I can answer your questions, or even make sure that in some videos I can show you a little bit more details about your questions. So I'll look forward to those. Let's get this one started. Here's our Ranger, the Ranger Danger. 40 by 60 metal building was built here near Austin. Check this out, guys. This is just a beautiful 40 wide, 60 long metal building. Now, it was really off level, so there is a stem wall in the back. And so we will be talking a little bit more. That happens whenever you have a really off level ground. We have to basically build, and you can see it right there, make sure that no water comes in, and because of the off levelness we just raise it. So we had to do a stem wall to make this happen here in this specific location. If you're in Austin area, San Antonio, the ground tends to be very rocky. That's what it is here, a really hard ground. We, in order to dig the 24-inch footers for this project, we had to do a lot of work. And then beautiful approach. This is a 20-foot approach, and if you can see here, this is how much off levelness it came from here to here. We do have about 14 to 16 inches that we have to bring up the approach, but overall it's a nice clean approach. This is 14 foot tall to the eaves, and then we got the 12 by 12. These are roll-up doors. These are chain hoisted. As you notice, there's no padlocks on the outside. This happens when you have a chain hoisted commercial door. And then we got the steel door. Oh, you can hear the roosters. We'll be walking through the steel door. I want to show you guys the nice gutter systems that we do on our red iron builds. The nice trim work here that we do. The only panels we use on weld up buildings is 26 gauge PBR panels, so it is a heavy metal. We got the trim all the way in the frame. Normally you might see that the exposed frame is out here, but we actually put a trim here, and obviously the J trim around. Super clean. All their color matching screws, making it look nice. We did a little small approach up to the walk-in door. If you have an approach to the building, this is something we can definitely do if there's a walk-in door. It's just a little slight approach. Small little details, but that really make a really big difference. Our 45-degree cuts. Man, I'm just in love with this building. Wait till we're in the inside. Now, let's access the building. Again, this is our steel corridors. You can see they're flush to the ground, and because of this approach, you don't really see any water that can come in, and obviously the threshold protects that. Check out the inside, guys. I'm about to walk around, show you guys, but You can see we did the notch or the control joints, but he did do a coating to protect his concrete. He did do that himself. We did the concrete work, which you can see the stem walls. We're going to talk about them a little bit, but here's our notch work for the doors. They're sitting under, no water seeps in. This is something that we really enjoy doing, and it's important for water to be prevented from coming in. So for our red iron weld up buildings, we do use I-beam internally. The end walls, we use the posts with the rectangulars. Now, if you wanted a full I-beam, we can also do that. It's not necessary because you got this supports and the sheet metal to support, so you don't really need an I-beam on the end walls. Now this is fiberglass insulation. See, this is, compared to spray foam, I love fiberglass for the aesthetic appearance. So this is the fiberglass 6 inches. It gives, if I'm not mistaken, R value 13. For metal buildings, this is phenomenal. It's actually about 10 to 20 degrees cooler in here right now than outside. It's pretty hot outside right now. With spray foam, the challenge is craftsmanship. You know, because it's yellow. Obviously, if you paint it, I feel like spray foam gives you a better performance. But the aesthetics, you gotta have the person that will do it with the right craftsmanship. But for fiberglass, as long as it's installed properly, I mean, you can feel it. I'm gonna ask our client, how is the noise dampened whenever it's raining? Again, we had to do these stem walls to raise because back there still there's a slight drop, and therefore this is basically to prevent any, that way we didn't have to lift this slab all the way up, bring in so much dirt and compact it right. We basically were able to just cut through and be able to save our client money by doing this custom work. This is super clean. Super clean. Client was super happy. If you're very interested in the Austin area, he's open to sharing the building, like showing you guys, allowing you guys to check it out. So reach out to us and we can see if we can make a connection. He is already getting his electrical, so he's getting these type of lights. We did have one of our clients have this type of lighting as well. With dim control. We're getting a little bit more specs on it, but if you're looking into lighting, I've seen these before and they work great. So this is what he's setting up. He was kind of giving me a little insight. It's been already about 2 months since we finished this project, and we stopped in, inspected it, make sure it was all good. He's super happy. Again, this project took probably about two months and a half to finish. The concrete did take about a month. There was a lot of customizations. Again, the stem wall. Then we came back, and the building process took about a week and a half. From a week to a week and a half. I know it was raining a couple of days. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this building. It's beautiful. Man, it's also cooler here than out there because I was about to walk out and it was pretty hot, so I stayed in here. But if you guys are, have more questions on these metal buildings, let me know. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I did want to share a little bit of our client's story. So he was telling me, he doesn't regret having to do everything right from the start. A lot of times you might say, you know what, I'll insulate the building later. Well, if you're gonna do like bubble insulation, or if you're gonna do fiberglass insulation, it's better to do it when the building is being installed. If you notice, if you're trying to put like fiberglass insulation or bubble insulation over it, it's hard to make it look clean like it is right now. I mean, you look at this and it's aesthetically super nice, super clean. You walk in, you feel proud of your investment. And that's for that. Obviously, spray foam comes later. And as I was mentioning, that's the challenge between spray foam and like say fiberglass. It's there's a lot of craftsmanship work that goes into spray foam, since it is closed cell, and it is also exposed, not like open cell, which typically gets covered by drywall or whatnot. Our client was super happy that he went that route. You know, he has a super solid foundation. We did cross internal beams, super supported, you know, foundation for this type of structure. It's very, very important that you get the right type of foundation for the building, because once the concrete is poured, that's it. There's nothing much you can do to really fix if something goes wrong with it. A building, we can come back, replace panels, we can come back, add more support, more purlins, more. There's a lot of things you can do to a metal building afterwards, and it's something a lot of times it's the first thing, or it's like the #1 thing you focus on, or our clients or people that are shopping around focus on, is the metal building. Don't forget to consider your foundation, make sure it's solid, and then insulating the building, because a metal building can get excruciating hot in the summer, especially here in Texas. So I hope my advice is just, you know, helps you guys out. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this project here. And if you guys have any more questions, leave them in the comments. We got a lot more cool projects coming up. We'll see you guys in the next one.